this caused me to do it anytime I went out in public. So anytime I'd go out in public, I would do it beforehand, especially before my basketball games.
YouTube, they were reacting, so you'll never want to watch corn again after hearing my story. First, I want to say this must be very traumatizing, because bringing this out to the world and he not taking this to the grave, as well as some of y'all need to get this under control, bro. The way that corn be having some of y'all in the chokehold is not okay.
2016. It's 2016. I am walking down the hallway of my dad's house and I walk past my stepsister's room. Now my stepsister calls me into her room because she has just discovered something very explicit for the first time that she wants to show me. So I walk in and she's very, very excited. First time ever seeing this stuff, she's lit up. And she tells me to take a peek. So I do. And little did I know, what I'm about to view is going to be my absolute downfall. And I am disgusted. I can't even look at it. But I remember asking her, what is this stuff? What's it called? And she says porn. So that word porn is on my mind for a...
What is this stuff called? I would have just thought it was called people having relations when I was young. That's what I used to think. But then somebody introduced the word and I was like, oh, because, you know, I remember looking up, I forgot how I got introduced, but I just remember looking up naked breast or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Naked women. And then it started opening and unlocking the door, which is unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you don't have self-control, like it seems this young man right here didn't.
About a year.
And your stepsister put you on?
To watch it, and I'm playing on the family iPod one day. And
it's always the family device.
A very explicit pop-up that I have seen something similar to this before. So I click on it, and it's an extremely dodgy website. But there's a lot of interesting content on there. So I start scrolling through the content, and I'm starting to get aroused now. I wasn't aroused before, but I'm aroused now. I don't know my potential yet, but we'll get to that. And I start discovering like the niche topics, the very, very niche topics. Now these are disgusting to me now and to me then. And I remember about a week goes past, I'm bored. And I remember the videos that I saw that weren't the niche ones, they were just the normal ones, even though I wouldn't even call them normal. So I'll get in the habit of watching these around 2 times a week for 20 minutes. It's very interesting to me, it's very stimulating. I had no really reason to watch it. I was just learning a lot from this type of content.
Yeah.
So
learning yourself, your body moving, and hormones and all types of
this for about a year. No one knows about it. I never was caught. I don't think I was anyway. And then I start liking a girl, a very, very feminine girl. Right, she was a very bold spirit. I'm not in love with her. That's even the right word to use. I'm 12 years old. For her body, I am attracted to her because of her personality, her spirit. I find out this girl likes me, so we become boyfriend, girlfriend for about 6 months. I have no urge to watch it at all. None. I went a year watching it, maybe twice a week, no urge to watch it. Then we break up, around 6 months in, break up. And 12-year-old, I'm a little sad for about 2 weeks. Nothing crazy, but you know, get your heart broken. For around 2 weeks, I was a little sad, but as 12-year-olds, our emotions are always fluctuating, so I was back to normal soon. And then in the summer holidays of 2018 to 2019, because if you're in Australia, summer is December to February, I went over to my nan's house, Nan and Pop's house, who live around 3 hours away. It was a normal day. Got there, played in their farm because I had a massive property. Played with. This
was very like big in this nigga's life, and I'm sure we're about to see how big it was. But like he remembers things. Like I have a very like faint memory of getting into this. I don't even remember when I got into this. I just remember a point where I was like, "Damn, I'm watching this shit." You know what I'm saying? He was at his grandma's house and like,
so I was just having a really good time. And then I get into bed and I'm bored. So I think of this. I haven't been on these websites for like 7-8 months now. Let's do it again. And I start binge watching the content for hours. I stay up extremely late. And then I discover what I can do. Holy shit. That was a feeling like unlike any feeling before. This video might sound a little cringe to some people, but you will understand why I'm making this video. But I remember after doing it, I thought something was wrong with me. I didn't know what it was, right? Had no idea what it was, so I started doing research. Don't really know what research I did, but I ended up finding out that it was a part of human nature and it was completely normal. So you implant someone like a 12-year-old in his mind that watching pornography is normal. I start doing it maybe once a week. Nothing crazy. I have really no time and energy to do it every day. But I start doing it once a week. And I go into high school and my confidence with women has dropped because I'm already pedestalizing them just a little bit. And porn became a way for me to experience deep connection with somebody without actually attaching myself to them and maybe risking getting rejected by somebody. I could just experience it on my phone, no risk. It just took 10 seconds to type up. I didn't know it was bad for me. I thought it was a part of human nature. I remember around, I'd say 3 or 4 months of heavy consumption. I can look back at it now and I can genuinely say that I was manipulated by porn. Like it had screwed over my mind. It had completely rewired my mind. I didn't know this at the time, but if I look back at it now, it definitely did. 100%. I would find it boring playing basketball with the boys on the weekend. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that for more than an hour now. Going for walks down the beach, boring. Talking to my friends, boring. Talking to a girl, couldn't do it, but I'd love to if I was confident. And of course, this was part of puberty as well. Men become, I guess, a little bit more lustful or more desirable for sex because they're maturing, right? It's part of human nature, but it's the effect, not the cause, that was the issue. My grades started to go down because I had very, very little energy, and because I was very, very anxious. I wouldn't put my hand up in class anymore. If I didn't know something, I wouldn't ask a question on it, meaning I would probably get it wrong. And as we grow old, my friends start talking about it. You know, they start talking about how they watch it, and that makes you want to do it even more because I know it's even more normal.
This was so pedestalizing his brain, like it was such a big deal to him. For me, it was like, oh, I know I shouldn't be doing this. I'm sneaking around, do this, then I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone for the time being. You know what I'm saying? I know there was probably a time where I was like, probably towards the beginning where I was like, yo, what is this? And then I can also do this. I probably was on some back-to-back shit for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Some back-to-back. Okay, let me chill for a while. Oh, I'm starting to muster up and I start tripping. But I just, you know what I'm saying? I just broke out of that. This didn't affect me playing basketball and my friendships and, you know what I'm saying, like my energy in class. Like, nigga, you still, but the grades better be up or you gonna take that computer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not the weird fuck anymore, you know? But I could never admit that I watched it. All my friends admitted it, but I could never admit it. I don't know why I couldn't. I could never admit I watched it. At the back of my mind, I knew it was wrong. Within 3 years, I went from completely despising pornography, couldn't even look at it, to now, when I'm 13 years old in 7th grade, that's the only thing on my mind. But I remember a year goes past,
smoking gas
early
at
8th
13.
grade, and this is a very, very significant event because I remember it just like it was yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
My family and I going out for lunch. I think it's lunch. It's not dinner, it's lunch. There's probably maybe 10 of us there. Yeah, the whole family, aunties, uncles. And I get sat around 10 meters away from a really physically attractive woman, and she looks like the women I watch on these porn videos. Looks exactly like one of them, and I've never experienced that in real life before. So my soul just gets killed. All I'm thinking about is lust. All I'm thinking about is this girl. My family asks me questions: how's school going, how's basketball going, right? All the questions you ask. And I just give one word answers because I'm constantly looking at this girl. I wasn't that down bad that I was gonna go bust one off in the bathroom. I was never that down bad, luckily, but I was very close to it. And I remember that day after we finished lunch, I'm on the way home, and all I'm thinking about in my head is just women, women, women. I want a girl, bro. I want to lose my V card. I'm 14 years old at this point. That's all I want to do. So I have completely gone from an innocent kid, or semi an innocent kid, to a literal NPC who craves lust 24/7.
Damn.
And this caused me to do it anytime I went out in public. So anytime I'd go out in public, I would do it beforehand, especially before my basketball games.
What? What? before he went out in public, he had to beat that shit. And then before the hoop sesh, before we got on the court and played this school and that school,
because I would usually get distracted in my basketball games from someone sitting on the sidelines or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
So I did it before that. And I didn't realize this at the time, but it was playing a lot into my performance. I was getting more tired. I felt less athletic. I didn't know this, but I realized this when I started to realize it was bad for me, which I'll get to in a minute. So I'm increasing the amount of times I'm doing it now. Went from maybe once a week to maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I wouldn't do it before school because school was kind of a familiar environment. I'd only do it when I went out somewhere where I wasn't really familiar with, if that makes sense. But I remember I started feeling extremely tired during the middle of year 8. Like very, very tired and very, very anxious as well. So I went to the doctor. Now, he didn't prescribe me any medicine or whatever.
How much, like, bro, he was like, it's crazy, bro. Like, real fatigue. Like, y'all know the fatigue whenever, you know what I'm saying, you might have some relations with your girl or something, and you let, you know what I'm saying, you get off. Happened to me yesterday, I ain't gonna lie. Got off. Lay my head back. Fell asleep. I'm knocked out. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit really did put me out, right? Mind you, I'm not talking about jerking. I'm talking about actual real life interaction. Right? So I'm out and I fucked around. Fuck the day off, bro. Slept. I'm tired. So I guess I do feel him. Shit. I guess I do feel this nigga.
My diet was kind of shit. My sleep was shit. Basically everything in my life was bad. And I had very, very low self-confidence, which I guess contributed to that issue a little bit. But
I ain't gonna lie though, in high school, I was in women. Let's just say that I was. So I wasn't really beaten because I was in women often, every day, almost every day. So I ain't gonna lie. That was my fix. Maybe I was like him, but I just was confident because I was actually, you know what I'm saying? It's really like, you shouldn't be busting a nut every day, I feel like, because, you know, it is an energy thing. But the difference between the corn and real interaction is that I'm having real interactions, right? So I'm constantly it's a whole different problem. The corn fuck your brain up, you know what I'm saying, and make you less confident and you feel shitty about yourself. Me, I'm feeling like that. Like each time it's happening, I'm feeling like that nigga. Female validation. I'm hitting this hoe, moving right. What hoe can I hit next? Like that was what I had, different problems I was facing. You see what I'm saying?
I'm no doctor, I don't know. But if I look back at it today, I think the root cause of all that was my porn consumption. I might be wrong, but this is just from my experience. Now, this is probably the biggest part of Jack Pickett Law that my real fans will know. I tried out for a bigger team that would get me, I guess, access to scouts that would allow me to play college basketball, D1 college basketball one day.
In Australia?
Now, I try out for this team.
No, they ass.
I don't watch porn. I don't do it. I think it's like 2 or 3 days before the tryout. I don't even want to do it. I'm just constantly thinking about what I can do to impress the coaches. So I don't even have an urge to. But I go there, do pretty well on the first tryout. I'm not going to go very deep into it. If you want to go deeper into this specific story, I will leave this video in the description because I go into it pretty.
And that whole guy, they fucked his money up on that one. That's fucked up.
In detail there. But basically, after the 4 tryouts, I get cut. I haven't done it for about 2 weeks. So I have maybe the biggest urge ever when I get home. Ever.
Beyond that.
I've decided to give up on basketball at this point.
Damn.
I'm not going to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not good enough. I'm never going to make the NBA.
Oh, he's form shooting? I'm not mad at that.
So I start watching it every day. Now I start watching it twice a day. Now I start watching it 3 or 4 times a day. Now we're in lockdown, so
Whoa! I'm sorry. I went out for a second because I was thinking about the form shooting. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. Damn it! I just fucked the video up. Hold on, y'all. I was thinking about the form shooting. You know what I'm saying? It's very important for basketball, form shooting. I've done a lot of form shooting in my day, and I was just thinking of reminiscing. I zoned out for half a second.
But basically, after the 4 tryouts, I get cut. Biggest urge basketball at this point. I'm not going to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not good enough. I'm never going to make the NBA. So I start watching it every day. Now I start watching it twice a day.
Shit.
Now I start watching it three or 4 times a day. Now we're in lockdown, so I stick with that 3 or 4 times a day. Porn has become my purpose. So I get up, I do it. I go play some more video games.
Oh man, this combo.
Today, which is maybe 2 or 3 hours in lockdown. I do it again. Video games, do it again. Video games, do it again before I go to bed.
Fuck.
Constant cycle for I think around 3 or 4 months. And I start noticing that my skin starts getting really pale. Not a lot of pimples. I'd maybe get a pimple or 2, because I think that's mostly, I guess, your diet and how much water you drink and your hygiene. And I'm no doctor though, don't listen to me.
I'll say this. As when I was in my prime young nigga running around like I was, I probably hit a whole like most it'd be maybe 2 times in a day. I definitely in the morning for sure, because my mom would go to work and I'd just be home alone, and I'll just go pick the girl up, bring her back before we went to school. And then at night maybe, but really I was serving gas at the time, so I was outside making money. Like I was just living a different life. 4 times a day. Fuck, bro.
But I felt I looked extremely pale, and I felt extremely drained because I was doing it so much. And I think everyone wants to look attractive, so I started looking up online, how can I get my skin more smooth and maybe more tanned and look more attractive, look more vibrant, because I also wanted women attention so I could naturally do it with somebody. I didn't want to just do it on pornography.
Sure.
So I started researching ways, drink more water, get more sun, not too much, eat a better diet, all this type, new skincare, all this very, very simple things, right? And I try these out, and they do work a little bit, but I still feel pale and drained. It feels like I'm sick all the time. I don't feel sick, but I look it. Now, this is where this video gets a little bit, I guess, not controversial, but it's not completely fact. It's just from my experience. I looked at these people, this is no disrespect to anyone, by the way. I looked at these people who were giving me advice on clear skin, and they had clear skin, but they didn't have glowing skin. Their skin wasn't vibrant. I see some people and their skin is vibrant. Their skin wasn't that. No one ever mentioned semen retention. So, because my feed on YouTube is mostly this skin care type of stuff, self-improvement now, I come across this video from a YouTuber called Gabe Got That Glow. He doesn't make content anymore, or you might haven't really checked out his channel for a while. But this guy is the definition of a Giga Chad. Jacked, the smoothest skin I've ever seen in my life. And the title of his YouTube video is No Fap plus cold showers for 30 days equals next level glow. Now the OGs will remember when I saw this video. I click on it, I don't know what no fap is at this point. I discover that it's no porn and no jacking off. So I'm like, this is the cheat code. This is what I've been doing so much. This is why I haven't been able to get vibrant, clear skin. Now, some people believe that semen retention doesn't do anything. Some people believe it does. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Not at all.
I feel like it do. You're harnessing that seed, bruh. That life force. I feel like it do.
I believe it did a little bit. It made me more confident and my skin started to get better, but I'll get to that. So I have this surge of motivation to quit. I'm never going back to this shit ever again. But I haven't discovered how hard it is going to be to actually quit this stuff. And then I do it the next day because I can't beat it. It's at night. It's a really strong urge. Again, I'm doing it 4 times a day. Like I'm joking, 3 or 4 times a day.
And then you go cold turkey.
Because it's my purpose.
My purpose.
And I do it again the next day. And I just can't beat that urge at night. It always comes. I can't beat it. And after around 3 or 4 months of this constant cycle, I'd get to maybe day 4 and I'll just relapse. After 3 or 4 months of this cycle, this is another part of Jack Bigot law. I did it 8 times in a single day. Now again, this is
Yo, I'm not trying to laugh at this nigga, bro, because it's serious, bro. 8 times in a day. My nigga. My nigga.
It's gonna sound really cringe to some people, but I don't look at it as cringe because it was an effect of a really deep cause within myself. Some people who don't understand, you know, what corn addiction can do will just cringe at that number. But if you're watching this far, you understand how dangerous it can be. All right, so I did that. And after I did it the 8th time, I felt like I didn't have a body, bro. You know, you drain everything out of you, you know?
Yo, what does the timeline look like on the day, bro? I'm sorry. When you wake up, you gotta get to it. Yo, you know how fucking, like, how bad, like, you know how horny you gotta be? You gotta be so horny, bro. Cause at that point, bro, I don't know if y'all have had relations, right? Two times, and I'm sure y'all have. Some of y'all have 2 times in a day. Y'all know that Johnson fatigue, where it's tender. You like, oh, I'm straight, bro. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? In my age, as I've gotten older, once we get down, I need some time. I can't once we go and then just sit back and be like, okay, let's go right. No, I need some time to chill and, you know what I'm saying? Give me about, really? If you give me an hour, you know what I'm saying? I know that every time but for the show, 15 minutes to 20. I need some time, bruh. I need some time. This nigga went 8-ball, hang to himself.
But the positive to that was that I knew I was never going back. Never. I planted that image in my mind that I was never gonna go back. Like the image of my mind of how regretful and how shit I felt the last time I did it. I couldn't even get to sleep that night. Right? And I made it a promise I was never gonna do it again. So I go a week without it. Haven't even viewed it, haven't touched me willy, haven't done it in a week. I feel very productive. I have more energy, not a lot of energy, but more energy than I used to have. And I should be on top of the world because I've beaten my 4 days I used to always relapse on. But I feel very lonely, extremely lonely, the most lonely I've ever felt in my life. Even though this is the time where I should be the most confident, the most connected, the most in love
he
with
needed to be
myself.
outside, bro. Like, he needed to be engaged in activities. Like, when he felt that urge at night, he needed to be doing some shit.
But I feel the least of that because my mind has been corrupted by porn to crave that urge of connection. I don't feel connected. I've never built a connection with myself. I've always needed someone external from those porn websites that are fake to fill that void within myself. And I battle this demon for the next week. So I'm 2 weeks off it. I'm proud of myself, but I can't let it go away. I'm not going to compare this to a drug addiction because I'll never have one. But people mention like the withdrawals that you have. I don't know if that's what I'm referring to here, but I guess it's similar. I don't know. If any expert in the comments, if any expert is watching this video, let me know.
I don't know how, like, I'm sure like there's some similarities in regards to the mind, but the drug relapse is different. You know, them niggas be fucked up bad. Like, they be like, some of these niggas, they get so sick, like, when they trying to kick that shit is different, brother. But hey, I hear you though.
No, if those were withdrawal symptoms, because I believe they were, but I might be completely wrong.
Their own way, they're their own type of withdrawal symptoms.
It was that strong that I caved in. I gave in.
Oh, you gave in again?
I couldn't do it. I was so lonely, bro. I was so lonely, and I only felt more lonely after I did it. I was extremely regretful. I made it 2 weeks, but
some progress there, brother.
I had a lot of confidence that I could go further.
Yeah.
I made it 2 weeks. I can do this for the rest of my life. I know I can. I just got to get through these initial stages. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. So I battle these demons every day, and I just call them lies. I just keep calling them lies. Giving in to this urge is not going to solve the issue. It is only going to delay it. It's only going to make it stronger. It's only going to delay it further. I'm just going to feel it next week if I do it now. I have to go through this if I want to grow. So I make it a month, and I start to see some of the benefits that Gabe Got That Glow has been talking about. Increased energy.
Shout out, Gabe Got That Glow.
I'd say increased confidence, because I've gone 30 days off something that I was heavily addicted to, but I'm yet to see clearer skin. I can see a little bit of it, but not much. I'm not glowing yet, which was the main reason I was doing this. So if I didn't get that benefit, honestly, I probably would have gone back to it. And now this is the biggest challenge I ever had. It was around, I'd say day 40, 50. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember. But it was in between 30 and 60 days. I remember that. I go up to my nan and pop's house again.
Oh shit.
I don't think anything of it. I think it's just going to be normal. I've got rid of this addiction now. The smooth skin's starting to maybe come in a little bit. But I hop into that bed again.
Damn.
That same bed where I discovered what I could do, my potential. And it hits me, bro.
That's what he's saying. Shit like potential and shit, bro. You gotta like, fucking shit is so like, that's just bitch ass shit. Nigga talking about my potential and my purpose, like he really fell in love with that shit.
Feeling the first time ever how it felt so good, and I was ready to do it. So I opened up the hub.
No, don't do it, bro.
I was scrolling through the videos. My heart was beating 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Sheesh.
He really was rock hard, and and I was just sweating. I was like, because I went from doing it so many times to not doing it at all. Right, the urge is going to be so big.
Okay.
But I couldn't get myself to do it. I'm not going back to day 0, because I know the pain of regret is going to be so much stronger than the pain of discipline. I know it. This pain of not giving in is going to be so much better than the pain of regret.
Choose your hard.
I can't go to sleep. I don't even think I slept that night.
It's fine.
I can't, but I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I promised myself I'm never doing it again.
That's
I made that
really
promise to myself, and if I break this promise, I don't know where I'll be. So I wake up the next morning, I get up, I can't remember, but I remember the urge slowly fading away. I get up, I go for a walk, I go play some basketball, I talk to my grandparents. And I get little urges from here on in, but they start getting a lot smaller now. And my skin starts getting a lot better. I start really glowing. Now, if I have any
glowing,
pictures, I'll put it up here.
Shit glowing.
I want to get back to that. My sleep's been very shit the last couple of years. I've just realised it. So, Prime Jack's coming back. Give me 2 months, and hopefully I'll be glowing again. So I start telling my friends about how I've quit it, how I've quit porn, and I don't know if that was a good decision to make or not, but I told him. And I remember one of my mates, just for fun, or I don't know if he was being serious or not, he showed me it in class. It was like a kind of a test.
Bitch ass nigga, that nigga hoe. Maybe he ain't know how fucked up he was, but that nigga hoe for that. What type of shit? Hey man, look at this.
If I was gonna enjoy it or not, want to watch it. But I look at it, and I don't want to look at it again. This might, I don't want to tear up, bro, and this won't be tears of sadness, this will be just tears of emotion. But I felt like a kid again. I felt like my 10-year-old self again, bro. And I realized when that came, when that moment came, I realized I'd beaten it.
Game?
I realized.
Come on, Zach. Come on, Dior, bro. Come on, bro. You ain't gotta do that dumb ass shit, bro. Fucking grow up, nigga. That's what you get. Yank your fucking headphone cord out talking about game. Grow up, nigga.
And I was extremely proud of myself. I was.
Shout out my nigga Jack, man.
My confidence wasn't there with women yet. I was still very, very nervous because I'd never really talked to girls. I've built that confidence up over the last, I'd say, a few months, 100%. But the most important part of the video is now, the most important part of the story, and this genuinely might make me tear up, bro, honestly, because and this might sound really cringe to some people, but it means a lot to me, man. And
you're right.
Hopefully it can mean to someone watching this video. I remember around maybe 6 months after I was off it, I was sitting outside of my nan's house that I discovered what I can do at their house, and I was just sitting out there looking at the sunsets, nature, just having a conversation with her, just about life. I could never do that, bro. Never. I could never connect with someone like that because of my porn addiction, because I was doing it so much. I sat there for 3 hours, genuinely just not stop smiling because of that. And it might be another reason why that was the case, but from my own experience, it was because I wasn't addicted to porn anymore. Everyone who is watching this video, and you can relate to me, and you don't find this cringe, you understand that porn is playing a role in your life negatively. It's worth it. It's worth it to quit. I know that if you're anything like me, you have these withdrawal symptoms, especially if you've been addicted to it for a long time. And it hurts, bro. You don't have someone next to you, right? You maybe don't have the confidence to go up and cold approach girls, to get a girlfriend, or however you want to get a girlfriend. It hurts, bro. It does, but it's worth it. 100%. Every single time you get an urge, remind yourself that the pain I feel today is the strength I feel tomorrow. If I let go of this pain right now by giving in, I'm not going to feel that strength tomorrow.
This was very eye-opening to the fact that some niggas got this grasp on adult content is so strong that it really fucking some of y'all up. And if this touched y'all in a certain way that with him, please take the steps to kicking that shit, bro. Cause damn, I get it, bro. I should feel good. Me personally, I'm not a corn watcher. It's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? It once was, I was watching, but it just was, and I remember a time where I probably was like, I had probably did something egregious back-to-back days. But then I'm like, nah, this ain't it. This is not how niggas supposed to be living. And for me personally, I was able to be like, I'm straight, and I be on that. If that's not you, my nigga, choose the difficult thing. You either have a difficult life of being this self-conscious nigga, you know what I'm saying? Or wait, this nigga that's a nigga that can't operate in society without jacking his shit, or you're gonna be a nigga that fights through, you know what I'm saying, endures the pain of having to get through the bullshit, and you win at life, and you ain't gotta worry about that no more. So hey, choose what it is. That being said, man, like the video, sub up, comment up. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm grateful for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're going super consistent on all the channels. I'm bringing new shit. And new vlog gonna be dropping soon. Pull up to the more Astral Dior channel where there's more more reactions. And Astral Dior channel is gonna be getting a video very, very soon. That being said, man, like the video, sub up, comment up. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for y'all. And we going